Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Mike Faber, Florida Suncoast Real Estate. Time for this week's episode of Mondays with Mike. Hope everybody had a great holiday weekend. Everybody was safe and had fun. Today, I'm here with one of my lending partners, Pete Meinerich from Homebridge Loans, Homebridge Financial, Pete?
Homebridge Financial Services.
Homebridge Financial Services. We've been doing business with Pete for a long time, and we just had a sales meeting last week, and Pete was talking about some real interesting topics. One of them was a permanent rate buy down. And today, we know in today's market that interest rates have really climbed up a lot. And unfortunately, they have priced some buyers out of being able to afford a home that they really want because interest rates have gone up, their payments have gone up, and they no longer qualify for that. And they really don't want to have to settle for a home that they want to move into and want to buy. So Pete, tell me a little bit about the rate buy down that you can do to help combat these skyrocketing interest rates that might be able to get that person into a home that they really want.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me today. Basically, what we would do is if market rate makes your payment a little bit too high for you, you can do what's called a permanent rate buy down. A permanent rate buy down is nothing more than whether you pay for it or you can have the seller pay for it if it can be negotiated in the deal, where we can permanently buy down your interest rate 0.75%, 1% or more. So for example, I did some numbers on a $500,000 loan at a going rate in the upper fives, and then we did a 1.1 percentage point buy down in the upper fours. And on a $500,000 loan, you'll be saving a little over $300 a month. And on a $400,000 loan, you'd be saving about $250 a month. So then basically it comes down to the extra money you have to spend on the buy down, or if you can have the seller or get that negotiated in. And as the market slowly turns, we're seeing more and more negotiations where Mike, as your realtor, can negotiate with the listing agent on a particular home that you're looking at and negotiate that in extra cost so your rate can be permanently bought down. So at least, you're not at 3.5%, but you're at least at somewhere in the fours instead of somewhere in the 5s to 6. So that's basically how the permanent rate buy down works.
Okay, so that would be like, what kind of cost is involved with that, Pete, for a buy down to get that 1% drop?
And that's a market question, but typically they run anywhere from around 2% to maybe a little bit more in cost. So on a $400,000 loan, it's going to cost you an extra $8,000, and on a $500,000 loan, it's going to cost you an extra $10,000. But again, whether you pay for that, whether the seller pays for that, you basically do the math, and you might be thinking, boy, that's a lot of money up front. But if you have the funds, or you can get the funds and have the seller pay, in the long run, typically a couple years or longer, you're going to reap the benefits by paying that extra money up front, and then you don't have to worry about what the rates do in the future. So anywhere from 2% is a rule. Monday, I think it was 2.25%, 2.3%, but it varies because the market changes every day.
Yeah, that's good stuff, Pete. And that's something too that when you're making that offer before, when the good old days, when you used to say, seller to contribute, X amount towards buyers' closing costs. We did that a lot to help buyers out that didn't have the cash. Since simply wording it, the seller can contribute, let's say, 2% of the purchase price towards buyers' closing costs, prepaids, rate buy down. You can just kind of stretch that in the additional terms of your contract. And for sellers, right now, everybody was shooting for the moon on their purchase price. So we're seeing just in the last 24 hours, I'm looking at MLS right now, we had 72 price reductions in the Manatee, Sarasota County market. So some of these were 1%, some were 12%, some were 15%, some pretty drastic price reductions because they finally realized that maybe we asked a little too high for our property. So part of that, you can combat that is maybe in the listing, you could offer that or tell your listing agent to offer that you would maybe cooperate and buy an interest rate down to help out those buyers and get their mortgage rates down to where it would be more affordable for them to do that. So we're going to have to get creative. I mean, the market's still super hot. Homes are still taking, on average, 6 days to sell. But those that are hanging out there and getting a little stale, instead of doing a huge price drop, let's say if you pitch in $7,500 instead of taking a $20,000, $30,000 price reduction, you may offer that and get away with only $10,000 towards a buy down of their rate. So something to consider. So Pete, how long have you been doing mortgages? You're from this area, right?
I'm originally from the Chicago area, but I've been in this area for 45 years. So I've been doing loans for over 30.
So you're from this area.
There you go.
Yeah, you're here.
Transplant. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I've been working with Pete for years. I've been in it for 20 years. Pete's been in it for 30 plus years. Not to date either one of us, but you can see our receding hairline kind of tells us where we are age-wise. It's just more wisdom. We have so much wisdom, it's affecting our hair growth. Or we've been in the business long enough that it's affecting our hair growth.
And one last thing I did want to mention to you as well. If that reduction of 1% in your interest rate can be succeeded, you can actually qualify for anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000 more of a mortgage, which, that means that instead of $350, you might be able to get 4 or over. Instead of $450, you might be able to get to 5 or over. So that 1 percentage point buy down is not just to lower your interest rate and your payment, but it also has the availability for you to be able to qualify for more of a mortgage. And to go from 350 or 400 or 4 to 450, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah,
so.
that's good information, Pete. Thanks very much for thinking about that. So,
right.
Guys, if you have any questions, I'm going to put Pete's information in the comment section below. Basically, Pete, your quick phone number.
My phone number is 941-737-3690.
Perfect. Pete, he's a wealth of information. You've got questions, he's got answers. When it comes to real estate, homes, negotiations, my number, 941-504-6345. That's my shoe phone. It's on me all the time. Just ask my wife. Do you ever put that thing down? Always here for you, answer questions and for guidance. Until next Monday, hope you guys have a great week and we'll catch up with you soon. Hey there, if you found that information helpful and you would like to see more videos like that, please click that subscribe button and tap that bell so you'll be notified when I do videos regarding real estate and real estate related information. It's going to be every week, so hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, share if you'd like to with someone you think may find this information helpful. That will help my channel grow. And also comment below if you want to hear some information or find out some more things about something related to real estate or the real estate related industry when it comes to insurance, perhaps lending, and also, maybe some real estate related services that you would benefit from. So to help you out, help the channel spread, and we'll catch you next week.